The Snoring Bear. Once upon a time, in the heart of a magical forest where towering trees whispered ancient secrets and sunlight danced on soft, mossy paths, lived a tiny mouse named Milo in his snug little burrow. Not far away, in a cool, shadowy cave decorated by nature's own art, slumbered a great, gentle bear named Brutus. For many long months, Brutus had been deep in sleep, and when he did dream, his snores rumbled through the forest like a friendly drumbeat. These booming snores made even the rustling leaves tremble and sent ripples across the calm, glistening streams. Poor little Milo, trying to catch some sleep, often found himself wide awake as the rhythmic rumbles kept him company through the quiet nights. Oh dear, he sighed one cool evening, rubbing his tiny eyes. I simply cannot rest with such noisy snores echoing all around. Something must be done. Milo's heart brimmed with concern not only for himself but for all the forest creatures whose dreams were disturbed by the constant clamor. Remembering the wise King Leo, the majestic lion who ruled with kindness and fairness, Milo decided to seek his help along the winding forest trail. Milo met his friends, Sophie the chatty squirrel, Remy the gentle rabbit, and Oliver the wise old owl. They too had grown weary of the thundering snores and happily joined Milo on his important journey. At the entrance of King Leo's den, bathed in the glow of the setting sun, Milo mustered his courage. "Great King Leo," he squeaked respectfully, "our friend Brutus the bear has been sleeping so soundly that his mighty snores are keeping all of us awake. We worry he might miss the beauty of the new season. Could you help us wake him gently?" King Leo's golden eyes sparkled with understanding. With a deep, rumbling voice that blended strength and kindness, he replied, "Every creature has a special role in this forest, even the loud snores of a sleeping bear. But if Brutus is missing the wonders of spring, we must help him awaken. Come, let us visit him together." Under a sky studded with twinkling stars, the newfound band of friends approached Brutus's cave. Inside, the snores were even louder, echoing off the stone walls in a steady, slumbering symphony. Stepping forward with the authority of a true king, Leo took a deep breath and let out his most gentle yet powerful roar. The sound rolled like a soft thunderclap through the cave. At once, Brutus stirred. His huge, sleepy eyes blinked open in confusion. "What is all this noise? Has the forest turned upside down?" he mumbled, still wrapped in the haze of dreams. Milo, with a brave little smile, hopped forward. "Dear Brutus, your snores are so loud they've woken us all. We were worried you might miss the first whispers of spring, the chirping birds, the blooming flowers, and the joyful songs of your friends." For a moment, Brutus felt a tinge of embarrassment. He had never imagined that his peaceful slumber could cause such a stir. "I'm so sorry, my tiny friend," he said softly, his voice as warm as a summer breeze. "I did not know my snores were disturbing everyone's sleep." King Leo nodded kindly. "Every sound has its place in the grand song of nature. Tonight, let us turn your snores into a celebration, a reminder that even the smallest note can bring us together." Inspired by the wise lion's words, the forest friends decided to throw a grand welcome party right there in Brutus's cave. Sophie scurried up the trees to gather acorns and berries. Remy hopped around collecting fresh greens, and Oliver shared delightful tales of the starry night sky. Together, they transformed the cool cave into a warm haven decorated with soft moss, wildflowers, and twinkling fireflies that danced like tiny lanterns. As the party began, Brutus felt his heart swell with joy. The echo of his snores, once a source of trouble, now became the gentle beat to which everyone clapped, danced, and sang. Laughter filled every corner of the cave as they feasted, played, and shared stories until the first blush of dawn crept over the horizon. That magical night, under a blanket of shimmering stars, Brutus learned that even a big bear's snores could be a melody of friendship, and from that day on, whenever Brutus felt the pull of sleep and his snores began their rhythmic tune, the forest would come alive with celebration, a reminder that every sound, no matter how loud, has its own special place in the symphony of life. The end.
Sweet dreams.